Another question that we get a lot is about the house and assets. So, what happens if I do not have family to leave assets to? That is a great question because not everyone has a family to leave something to. Well, you can certainly still put an estate plan together, but we would actually dive into that and think about your options. Some people may choose to leave their assets to a charity. That's actually very popular. A lot of people will have a charity that is near and dear to their heart. So they'll make sure to leave it to the specific charity of their choice. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do that. Plenty of people will leave it to a family member that's maybe, or I should say, maybe not a family member, but perhaps a family friend, someone that is just a friend to them in general, doesn't have to be related to them. You can really leave your assets to anyone that you wish. Now, you're probably wondering, well, who would want to leave it with some stranger? Well, I didn't say stranger, but I'm definitely saying someone that's not related to you. So I just want to make sure I make the distinction there. You can really leave your assets however you wish, but without a plan, your assets actually are worse off because you don't have anyone. Well, technically, family members, for example, that you could leave it to. And so you certainly don't want it to end up with someone who's a far, 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 far distant cousin who you've never met. So usually when we're talking about leaving assets, but you don't have family, well, we can always explore your options. And usually during a consultation, we talk about that. There are a number of options you can do regarding that sense of facts. So those sort of facts are basically something that we talk about during that time. Now, I should also mention that same thing if you were to leave your this earth, I should say, without any estate planning. You don't have family. Again, you do have to end up in probate, and you don't want to end up there. If you can avoid it, I certainly would. By the way, probate in general is expensive, as I mentioned, and a lot of times the attorneys get paid out of the estate itself, if possible. If there are no assets or if no one else is willing to pay for the services and the court fees, there is a way to do it otherwise, but it's still expensive, and if you can avoid it, you should.